plan together. She programmed her personal cell number into my phone under Math Tutor, so Mom wouldn't get suspicious if she saw it. We came up with code words I could text her if things got bad at home, like asking about homework meant I needed to stay after school, and mentioning a test meant I needed immediate help. She also gave me names and numbers of other adults at the school who knew about my situation and could help if she wasn't available. Before I left, she made copies of everything I'd written in my journal and locked them in her filing cabinet. I took Zach's photo and my original journal pages to the school the next morning and hid them in my locker behind my gym clothes. Making copies of the most important entries took forever during study hall, but I needed evidence Mom couldn't destroy if she found my hiding spots at home. Miss Reynolds kept one complete set in her locked cabinet, and I hid another set in an old textbook in my locker that nobody would think to check. Wednesday of the second week, Ms. Krause came back to the school and interviewed me alone in the conference room this time. Without Mom watching, I could finally tell her everything about the threats and manipulation and the empty bedroom and the baseball trophy. She typed notes on her laptop while asking really specific questions about dates and exactly what Mom said and when she said it. She wanted to know about patterns and asked if Mom's stories ever changed or contradicted each other. I told her about the timeline problems with Zach's age and how Mom kept adding new details that didn't match up. Mrs. Krause nodded like she was putting puzzle pieces together and said having specific examples really helped her understand what was happening. That evening, I was doing homework when my phone rang with a number I didn't recognize. It was Tom calling from Zach's phone to explain how the foster care system actually worked, since Mom's stories were all lies. He told me that when kids age out at 18, they often end up homeless because there's no support system to help them transition to adult life. He wanted me to understand that even if CPS got involved, the system wasn't perfect, and I needed to keep building my support network with trusted adults. He also said Zach wanted me to know he was proud of me for speaking up, even though it was scary. 2 days later, Mom got an official letter from CPS about the investigation, and her reaction was like watching an actress at the Oscars. She cried huge tears while reading it out loud, and kept saying she couldn't believe her own son would betray her like this, after everything she'd done for me. Then in the next breath, she contradicted herself by saying she knew this would happen, because I was turning out just like Zach after all. She spent the whole evening switching between crying about being a victim and yelling about how ungrateful I was. Late that night, I sat in bed with my journal and started comparing all of Mom's stories to actual dates and ages. She'd always said Zach left when I was 2 years old, but she also claimed she called CPS on him when he was 13. If he was 13 when I was 2, that would make him 23 now, but he was only 16. The math didn't work at all, and I realized she'd been making up dates and ages to fit whatever story she was telling at the moment. Everything was starting to unravel, and I could see the pattern of lies more clearly. Meanwhile, Mrs. Krause met with Zach at Tom's office downtown, where he showed her his old CPS records with all of Mom's false allegations from 3 years ago. She told him that having 2 siblings with matching stories about the same patterns of abuse made the case much stronger. She could see Mom was using the exact same tactics with me that she'd used with Zach. Over the next few days, Mom started her damage control campaign by